Well, Michigan's Military Heritage Museum was designed to tell the story of Michigan's military history. And what we tell is the contributions Michigan gives to the military and also the contributions that the military gave to Michigan. So we want to tell the whole story from when the Native Americans were here up until the present time. Well, what we have is a 50-foot trench section from World War I, which we want to have the visitors come in and experience what life was like during the First World War. And we also have probably the most authentic 1917 Ford Model T ambulance, which was made by our volunteers, where they took a Ford Model T truck and with the cargo container that they shipped it in, built the ambulance box on the back. And then we've got a Civil War cannon, a cannon that protected Fort Detroit back during the time of colonial period. We've also got something from the city of Jackson, which was General Withington's Congressional Medal of Honor, which we won in the first battle of Bull Run during the Civil War. So we have a wide variety of things ranging from early colonial times up to the modern period that tell the story of, say, Michigan's military history. Well, one of the interesting things that I learned during the First World War centennial was that the Veterans Day, which everybody likes to celebrate as a time of honoring veterans, was actually made possible by a veteran who lived in Michigan. He was a city councilman and mayor of Detroit, Eugene Van Antwerp. Without his leadership, November 11th would never become a national holiday. And this was done back in 1938 when he was the head of one of the national veterans organizations, and he lobbied Congress and the president to make it a national holiday. We have about 60 full mannequins, and so people aren't used to seeing full mannequins, and some people just get freaked out because of all these people staring at them. The second thing is we've got a couple famous people besides General Withington on display. George Papar, who was a famous actor during the early 1960s, one of the leading male actors, we've got his Marine Corps dress blues because he was a Dearborn resident and served between 1946 and 48. And when people see that, they go, oh, well, some of the younger people don't know who he is, but the older people know who he is. And one other item we have is there's a lighter that was given to Vice President Lyndon Johnson when he became vice president. And we have on display, that lighter on display because Lieutenant Colonel Ohm, who was flying his plane, which was called Air Force II at the time, back in the early 1960s, was given that lighter when Lyndon Johnson, vice president, became president after the assassination of President Kennedy. Well, one of the things I think that a community is based on is, I mean, there's the business aspect of it. You know, you have to have jobs and you have to have, income and stuff. But what do people do in their leisure time? And this is what makes life, worth living for people, and sort of add that reason why you want to move to Jackson County as opposed to another county is the cultural fairs. And that's one of the things we bring. You can come to our museum, and if you're a casual interested in military, we have stuff that interests you. If you're a hardcore, as we call them, thread counters, you can come there and you can see stuff, and we do presentations, local presentations. We bring in national presentations. And so we've got stuff that enriches people's lives there. And also, a lot of people want to find out now about, especially with Ancestry.com and other genealogical services, they want to learn more about their relatives and what they did, and what did my relative do during World War I, Civil War, etc. And we can provide them some of that information. So we're cultural enhancements.